Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome back. This is a very important video. It's March 15, 2023, and we're having like a lot of things going at one time, including a bank failing last week, and then it's looking like Credit Suisse might fail as well. I'm going to go into a lot into this video. I hope you could just stick through and just follow me. All of what I'm showing you is like the articles, what's going on, what does it mean, finding the definition using AI as well, because we have AI to explain everything to us at this point. So I just want to show you everything that's going on and hope you enjoy the video, and I'll also show you my trades from today. All right, let's get into it. So the first thing is an article from CNN Business, and what Credit Suisse is, it's I could essentially type it up, right? So what is Credit Suisse? If people don't know what Credit Suisse is one of the largest lenders in Europe. So it's seeming like there's another bank that's going to fail. And let me actually move this picture over here so you can read it. But it's seeming, oh my gosh, my apologies. I destroyed the screen. Okay. So it's seeming like another bank is going to fail. Not the US bank this time, it's going to be a European bank, right? And I'm just gonna show you a lot more that I'm seeing. And I'm a bit worried, but I'm thinking how am I gonna maneuver this? Like how am I going to profit from this, honestly? And how am I gonna protect myself, right? So you can see Credit Suisse is a large lender in Europe. Most banks are a lender, if not all. They lend out the depositors' money, right? So why banking fears just came roaring back? Credit Suisse, the giant 167-year-old European bank, was teetering on the brink of failure Wednesday, stoking anxieties about the health of the global financial system. It seems like when things crack, you can have like weakness in other areas. So if SVB kind of cracked and then Credit Suisse was kind of weak already, if people started to pull out money or start to really investigate, this can really expose Credit Suisse, right? So the stock actually had a big sell off, and I'll put it up on the chart after the bank's largest single day sell off. And Credit Suisse ticker is CS. Like, I know these because, like, pay attention to the market. Wow. So, so Credit Suisse has been trending down. Not sure if how much people have been paying attention to this, but it it has been dying for a while now, but it really fell off. And it seems like companies can go bankrupt, like banks, if they don't have enough like stocks to sell, they can go bankrupt. But it seems like Credit Suisse has been dying for some time now. Like it has been under a lot of pressure, right? So I also saw this article that says Credit Suisse default swaps are 18 times UBS. UBS is another bank or financial institution. 9 times Deutsche Bank. That's the Dutch bank. So you can see that credit default swaps are higher on Credit Suisse. So Bloomberg has a short explanation on this. The cost of insuring the bonds of Credit Suisse Group against default in the near term is approaching a rarely seen level that typically signals serious investor concerns. And for a better definition, I went to ChatGPT and I asked it, what happens when credit default swaps are high? So saying that Credit Suisse's default swaps are high, I want to see what this means. So this says when credit default swaps, CDS, as they're called, are high, it generally indicates the market perceives a higher risk of default by the underlying borrower or issuer of debt. And you know what Michael Burry did? He created credit default swaps against mortgages because he could see the weakness in the mortgage market. So it's like right now they already have these instruments out. It's like options or insurance against the company defaulting, and then it seems like people are buying these up in expectation that Credit Suisse defaults. If Credit Suisse defaults or goes bankrupt, they actually make out because their insurance would pay out, right? And you can see it's already 18 times higher. That means that people can actually tell that something is going to happen or they believe something is going to happen, right? But Looking at Credit Suisse's stock, it's down to like two, so I'm wondering how much lower can it go. So I'm not sure how much lower can it go, but I think it's good to just pay attention and probably be able to play something else. I'm thinking maybe even Schwab. Let me see. What's Charles Schwab ticker? SWG? Nah. Uh, Schwab. Let me type it in. Is this S? Ooh. This doesn't look good. This doesn't look good. This does not look good. But wow. Wow. Maybe Schwab is next, huh? Interesting. But, but, looking at Charles Schwab, what Charles Schwab kind of did something perfect. So, what Charles Schwab did that I found kind of strange is that Charles Schwab CEO says firm is seeing significant inflows. So, since this kind of crisis that everything's going on, it seems that people are actually moving their money from the smaller banks, like the regional banks, up into a Bank of America, JP Morgan, a Wells Fargo, and of course, probably Charles Schwab, Fidelity, TD, Capital One, all of those. So what Charles Schwab CEO actually did, he bought his own stock with the inflows. So that means that if people actually short the stock or if the stock price goes down significantly, he basically lost some of what the people just put in there. So I'm thinking that if they're seeing a lot of possible weakness and cracks, it's like they can see the stop loss of the US economy. And if they can see the stop loss of the US economy, somebody who makes money down to that short might just short it to that point and then buy the dip or just exit. Like this is a market where if they can see where somebody is going to lose money, they can literally make it go all the way down. People get liquidated, money in, money's out. Somebody make money off the trade, somebody lose money off the trade, and somebody gets liquidated. Somebody gets liquidated and they lose money and somebody else makes money on the other side, that's a big risk. And what's going to cause that trade might what's going to be a result of a certain kind of trade like that would be just the damaging of a whole economy, probably. Because if the banking system goes down, we're looking at probably exchanges, brokerages going down, people's 401ks, pensions, etc. Right? So let's read this as well. So Charles Schwab, CEO, Walt Bettinger, told CNBC his firm is seeing asset inflows in significant numbers. Bettinger revealed he bought 50,000 shares Tuesday morning for his personal account. Interesting. Interesting. Do you believe him? So the CEO stressed that his firm doesn't buy long duration assets. Okay. If this is true, and he's knowing that people can actually read the earnings, he wouldn't come out and say this and has a low loan to deposit ratio. Interesting. So Charles Schwab, CEO, said Tuesday that his firm is still experiencing sizable inflows, contrary to fears that the banking crisis brought on by Silicon Valley collapse is spreading in the sector. Interesting. I like you. I like the confidence, my guy. I like the confidence. What else was I checking out? So this is something I also found interesting and bullish is that Swiss Central Bank says it will backstop ailing Credit Suisse if necessary. Shares of the beleaguered Swiss lender tumbled on Wednesday, adding to concerns about the banking sector. Credit Suisse, the 166-year-old institution that was once an emblem of Swiss pride, is fighting for its life after investors, fearing that the bank would run out of money, dumped its stock and sent the price of insuring its debt. That's the same as a credit default swap against, yeah, insuring its debt against a default skyrocketing. After the close of trading in Europe, and that's around 12:30 American time or 10:30. It's usually 11:30, but because of daylight saving time, I know it's one of those. So right, Switzerland Central Bank, the Swiss National Bank said that it would step in and provide support to Credit Suisse if necessary. That's interesting. It's showing that you have a backstop in the US as is somewhat of a backstop. It's $25 billion, but you have a backstop for a bank failing there. And Credit Suisse, if they are to fail, they have the Swiss National Bank actually prepared to make the customers whole, keep the reputation of the company as well, right? So let's check out the charts. Let's check out the charts. So since QQQ came up first, and you know I trade QQQ every single day. So since QQQ came up first, let me show QQQ today, and this trade was at what 9:30. That can't be right. No, -5 from this. What's going on? Okay, so this is saying 9:30, but I know it's not 9:30. All right, let's see. 9:30. It could have been 9:30. Interesting. But that would have mean I got cleared out within the first candle, but let me draw it up and see. I was busy today again. And you know I don't like trading on Wednesday. So the moment I was in and out of that, I was like, yeah, y'all are not about to chase me up and down on this trade. Like it's not worth it for me. So I only took one trade here. I took another trade on another account, but that didn't play out so well either. And the accounts just seem so tricky sometimes, you know? Like I'm not seeing my the exact time that I'm entering the trades for some reason. So I entered a buy, and this is saying 9:30, and this is saying I got stopped out at 23.80, 293.80. So let's see. That can't be right. That's not where I entered the trade. That makes no sense. 14.31. So let me see if I change this to London, because I'm thinking this is a London exchange, so that's why they're giving me so much trouble with it. London. Or you can actually just search it, huh? Time is London from. So 9:30 to 1:30 a.m. So why is it saying 14? So why are you doing this? Okay, 14. That has to be just regular 2 o'clock then. All right, let's see. I'm sorry why it seems so confusing, but all right. So 2 o'clock. This is 2 o'clock. What time is this, bro? You're kidding. I think the Egypt time seemed to work, but mm, UTC London 1431. Ah, so I'm talking about. It's looking like it that lines up much better. So this was the buy 293 294.63. So I tried to enter to the upside here. I had it's kind of engulfing, but I didn't like it. And then I saw the MACD kind of turning. No, MACD didn't even turn up there. So I'm thinking I went for a reversal trade here. Didn't get it. But I had my stop loss a little bit below here. So that when I got hit out, that was it. I'm not forcing, especially on Wednesday. Fuck Wednesdays. I'm not trying to trade that like that. Being completely honest. So this was a trade I was out for 86 overall on the trade, right? And you can see I was in and out pretty fast. Like if I was able to hold the trade a bit longer, I could have rode it to the upside, yes, but I would have to clear this candle, right? And allow the trade to actually play out for the rest of the day. So that didn't happen. Wanted to also look at this trade today. So trade today was at 1632. So it should, I'm hoping it's much better now. So 1632. So that would be the 1630 candle. So this one. And that was at 1630 on the NAS 100. And the thing about it, this broker, I don't know why it's doing that. It's just strange. I don't like how it, you'll probably see it here where it looks kind of off, or when I'm trading it during the day, the price that it's showing me, it's not the price that's on the chart. So 1630, right? 1630. So 1630, that's this one. I'm looking for 1285.50. I love this. I love this. This is so, makes it 10 times easier. 1285.50, right? So I entered to the buy side. I'm guessing it was a similar candle on the other side. And then I had my stop loss at, actually went down. So this was $2 per pip essentially, or per movement. $2 per movement. And you can see, where did it close me out? 1635. So I entered at 1632. Did I don't know if I closed this, because as you can see, my stop loss was a bit lower here, right? So this is saying I got stopped out on the same candle at 1240.70. I didn't even get stopped out. What I would have gotten stopped out here for sure. Hmm. That's what I don't like about this platform, because it's, something is not right. Something is not right about this. Unless I close it personally, but this isn't where my stop loss was anyways, for it to be closing at 40. But that was a total loss of 8.96 on that. I'm gonna be looking at the charts a bit more to see if I can find the way that I'm gonna craft this, because I have kind of have entries down, even though I'm not getting all the trades. I kind of have some entries and a technique down, and it's just for me to employ it onto the Nasdaq 100 and profit from that. All right, I see you in tomorrow's video. Hopefully nothing crashes, but if it crashes, I hope you make a lot of money, and I hope so for myself too. All right, bye bye. Bum,